Sagittarius, this is Fox Astrology and Tarot here with your Astrology and Tarot report for the month of August. This is the general reading. Be sure to check out the love reading that covers romance, love life, whether you're single or in a relationship. Here to start, we have the transits. For you, if you are a Sagittarius Ascendant, I have a few extra details for you because I can actually tell based on your Ascendant where signs are and what houses and everything based on these transits. For a Sagittarius Sun or Moon, be sure to check out the video for your Ascendant sign, as that will have some extra details for you. Okay, so diving right into it, on the 3rd we have Mercury going direct back into Cancer. So thank God that's over. We have clear communication, clear transportation. Everything seems to be falling back into place. On the 7th, we have the Sun trining Jupiter in Scorpio. On the 8th, we have Venus trining Jupiter in Scorpio. If you have a Sagittarius Ascendant, this is all happening in your 12th house. So I would say 9 of Wisdom coming out here from the Cathar Tarot. I'm using these tarot cards to really kind of show some really interesting examples of how the tarot has some parallels to certain transits, certain energies coming into the situation. The 9 of Wisdom is really about maturity, really about using experiences, using knowledge, the application of knowledge for the right reasons at the right time. And that takes some maturity, that takes some real wisdom. Here on the 7th and the 8th with these trines, I feel like what's really happening is some introspection, some expansion inwards, as we have Jupiter, which likes to really grow and expand and evolve, sitting in Scorpio, which likes to dig deep, dive into these maybe some previously shadowy areas of your life. So I feel like what's happening here for you in August is kind of a dive into self-awareness, a dive into you, both halves. There's these halves sometimes that we really enjoy, we really like about ourselves, the other halves that we feel insecure about, that we kind of push away. And it's a time to look at those sides of yourself that maybe you've been pushing away. And this will help really evolve a sense of maturity, a sense of wisdom in your life. On the 13th, we have the Sun in conjunction with Venus sitting into Cancer. I pulled out the Ace of Shields from my Cathar Tarot because I feel like what's happening here, if you have a Sagittarius Ascendant especially, is in Cancer, this sitting in your 8th house. This is working on the secret area again. Seems like a big theme for you this month if you have a Sagittarius Ascendant. If it's Sagittarius Sun or Moon, it's a little different. I'd say in general, for you, this is a really positive, kind of a go forward message. Do the things you've been thinking of doing. Set some goals, some missions for you to accomplish. And on this transit day, everything is going to seem like it's working out perfectly. Positive mood, positive attitude, positive approach really makes a big difference. And that's what this energy is bringing into you. It's a real big boost. On the 16th, we have Mercury squaring Uranus. And Uranus is sitting in Aries, another fire sign just like you, but it is going to be shaking some things up. Mercury squaring this means there's going to be some extra effort required, some extra diligence, some extra oomph, some blood, sweat, and tears going into this situation in order to make these things work according to plan. If that's what you're really trying to do on the 16th, be willing to let go when you reach this state of exhaustion, when you reach this state of frustration. Be more willing to let go on these days, be more receptive to what's happening, and just allowing a little bit more, and this will go easier for you. Mercury tends to shake things up in terms of making you dot your I's, cross your T's, make sure you're sending messages and communications to the right person. Sometimes you can end up sending it to the wrong person and it can really blow up in your face. So be confident, don't worry too much, but also be receptive to things not quite panning out perfectly and you needing to put in some extra effort in order to make sure that it finishes. So yeah, that's pretty much it. On the 17th, we have Venus moving into Leo. On the 18th, we have the Sun moving into Leo. And on the 27th, we have Mercury moving into Leo. I pulled out the Three of Wisdom here because I feel like this big shift this month with all these planets going into Leo at the same time is a big positive boost of passion, creativity, leadership, recognition, nobility. So this opportunity for you, Sagittarius, I feel like is really getting out there and kind of presenting the best version of yourself. Be on your own good side as you kind of navigate this experience. It's a time to be recognized for who you are. This probably isn't a time to show up late, kind of half-ass things, do that sort of approach. If for any reason you're not feeling in the mood, try to manage that as best as you can, as this really is going to be an opportunity for you. Leo sits in your 9th house, and that's ruled by Jupiter, obviously. So this is the god you really want to make happy as a Sagittarian. So in the 9th house here, Leo lined up with it. If you take advantage of this opportunity, things are really going to blow up in a good way. Later on the 21st, we have Mercury trining Saturn. Saturn sitting in your sign right now, probably causing a little frustration, a little strain, a little restraint on maybe some efforts that you've been having right now, maybe getting out and experiencing some new things, getting out there and finding a teacher or finding someone to teach. These experiences with Saturn sitting there right now, this could be if you were born at the right time, this could be literally a Saturn return for you. But just make sure that you recognize Saturn's whole thing is teaching you really how effort and discipline and commitment and dedication and persistence pays off in the long run. It teaches you the right attitudes, the right approach. It teaches you to keep coming back, to never give up, to not let go of these things until you have really understood the depth of it all. And then you've become this kind of master. So having that patience in this situation is really going to pay off. With Mercury trining Saturn, what we have here is a boost, really helping you learn how to express, how to share, how to communicate with others. This is happening in a local sense, not in a far out sense. So try and focus your efforts and your energy on what's happening just in a local geographical sense. That could be brothers, neighbors, you're literally the city that you're in. So try and stick to short-term travel and really kind of ride this wave out, and things will work well for you. On the 24th, we have Venus in conjunction with Mars sitting in Leo again. Leo being in your 9th house if you're a Sagittarius ascendant. Best time here to really get out there and communicate, share, be around people, be around especially members of kind of the opposite sexual orientation of you, if that makes any sense. But this melding, this blending of energies of the receptive, sensitive feminine, the aggressive, direct masculine coming together, this is going to improve, your sense of empathy, really being tuned in to what people are feeling and thinking around you, using that to help remove obstacles for others, remove obstacles for yourself, evolve and move forward, maybe some plans that you have, really going to help out with this energy. And so I brought out the Two of Love to kind of exemplify this sense of balance, this sense of harmony, of integration, as you may feel really tuned in to this community, this collective that you're around, and feel like you're all moving forward, you're all achieving some great goals together. On the 26th, we have Venus trining Uranus, currently sitting in Aries. On the 28th, we have Mars trining Uranus as well, and on the 29th, the Sun trining Uranus. So big boost of Uranus here as all these planets are lining up in the same spot. I feel like what's happening here for you is, seeing as for a Sagittarius ascendant, this is happening in your 4th house. Be sure to take a look at your home life, your health, your habits, your routines that you do on a daily basis. when you get up, what you do when you get up, how you prepare your food, how you eat your food, all those things. This time happening in the 4th house, Uranus really wants to improve and reform and get rid of some old habits. Seeing as Venus and Mars are involved, this could have more to do with your relationships with yourself. You know, everybody's got a masculine and a feminine side, and when they're well balanced, there's always this opportunity to respond with whichever energy is most useful, whichever energy will help and benefit the most to everyone. So take a look at maybe some old behaviors you'd like to improve on, some old structures you'd like to remove to make room for new things, new ways of doing things, especially surrounding the home and health. So I hope that helps you for the month of August. I have a quick tarot reading just to see if there's any messages for you. Once again, if you have a Sagittarius sun or moon, be sure to check out the Ascendant sign that you have. The videos are down below in a playlist. All right, so taking a look at universal law, how we're all connected spiritually, this wisdom, this universe, the core magical truths of the universe. It's like thinking of old magic, stuff that's just very arcane, very, at the core of this whole system of spirituality, at the core of everything, what unites everything together. That's the crow here. Crow's looking at these universal laws, these universal truths. When you act in accordance with those universal truths, doing no harm, that sort of thing, think of those with your actions. Think of how to make an impact with those universal laws. Act in accordance with those laws and you'll be blessed. You'll be moved forward into your plans. You'll be given these sorts of blessings. Acting in accordance with that will definitely move you forward. The fox also wants to teach you about using the skills and talents that you've already developed, already cultivated, the gifts that you've been given, and understanding how best to use them in each unique situation as you move through. Each unique situation, you're going to have to kind of rise up to the challenge. Think of the tools that you have. Oh, well, I think I might need this for this unique situation. Try and go through it in terms of that and going through your tool belt and thinking, you know what, I'm really great at this. I think this is the best tool for the situation. The fox really wants also to remind you about family, about support. The fox is a strong family protector symbol, especially for those traveling. So I recommend as a Sagittarius ascendant that you take a look at the fox symbol deeply and try and really carry that with you around in the month of August. So I look forward to your feedback. Please feel free to comment below and let me know how things are going for you. Let me know if you enjoyed this, if this helped you. As always, subscribe, hit the bell if you want to get notified as soon as I upload something, and be sure to like it if you really enjoyed what I'm doing here. I look forward to hearing back from you. Peace.